Mula sa kabisera ng Inglaterra, sa puso ng Britanya, London, UK. London, UK. Ito ang Channel Philippines Network, Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK. Sumasahing papawid 24 oras. 24 oras. Buong linggo. Sa www.pinoyradiouk.com. Ang mga pinakapaborito mga awitin, mga pinakaabangang programa, at mga sariwang balita at impormasyon mula at para sa mga kababayang Pilipino sa UK at sa buong mundo. Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK.
Okay na, napapasayo na naman ako ng music na yun. Ta 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 ta. Okay, happy Thursday mga kaibigan. Good evening ho. Welcome. Good evening ho. Ayan, nabubulol tayo sa sobrang excitement natin. Welcome mo sa ating program. Ako po si SONNY LARAGAN. It's a happy Thursday. Thursday ho rito, no? Sa buong United Kingdom. At syempre, sa buong mundo rin. Bihira, except sa Pilipinas, sa Singapore, Malaysia, yung part na yun, no? Pero dito ho sa Europa, good evening po ho kami. No? Good evening ho. Welcome mo sa ating another day or night of learning dito po sa Immigration Corner. Ako po si SONNY LARAGAN. Ang inyong nakakasama every Thursday night. Pero hindi ho ako ang may alam sa immigration. Hindi ho ako ang star of the show. Ang star of the show ay yung ating managing partner po ng Douglas Simon Solicitors. Na siya hong talaga merong expertise at knowledge pagdating ho sa immigration. At yan ang pag-uusapan natin. Yan ang ginagawa natin every Thursday night dito po sa Filipino TV Europe. Okay, tawagin na natin, no? Mga kaibigan, ang pinakamamahal natin, Beauty and Brains, mga kaibigan, walang iba kundi si Attorney LIRA Simon CABATBAT. Attorney, happy Thursday.
Sonny, happy Thursday sa inyo pong lahat. Happy Thursday. I'm so pleased to be back. You're looking good, Sonny. I love the red, ha? Talaga, it suits you, no?
Oh yes, good evening. Oh yes, naano kasi ako biglang. Kaya ako, may senyas na ako, kaya sabi ko kay Pao na pabayaan muna habang nagsasalita ka bumabati, ikaw na muna, nasa buhay muna ang camera. Imbis na i-shoot sa akin, no? Okay, right, magandang, ano nga pala, sabi mo, na-distract ako, sabi ko. Nawala tuloy yung concentration ko. Sorry.
The red is your color.
Pati din on Thursday, direct pagkapasok kay Dan at nagsalita, siya rin muna hanggang sa medyo matapos sa saka mo pa ipasok, ha? Okay, dokie. Ayan, alright. So, good evening. Wala akong concentration ko to. Na-distract ako, nagsisenyas ako sa gilid kasi. Okay, dokie. Yes. Good evening. Sorry, Attorney, ha? Ako nawala. Bigla ako na-distract na. Okay, good evening. Well, I'm okay. Nakapula ako, pero naka-black ako sa loob, kamukha mo, no? Is it black or dark blue ang suit mo? Anong yung suit mo? Dark? Black ba yan? Black?
Yeah, black. Meron kong hearing kanina eh. So, no. Black nga today. So, but I like the red, no?
Okay.
Talaga, it suits you quite nicely.
Oh, yes. Pero alam mo, when I used to wear this, when I was a bit huge, a bit bigger, and burlier, a bit burlier than right now, no? Medyo parang bilog na bilog. But yeah, this is
looks good.
Malapit na kasi Christmas. There's a few nights na lang Christmas time. And as early as September sa Pilipinas, may pagbati na. May pagbati na yung ating mga kababayan, no? Yung mga radio stations, they play it, and all of the places in the Philippines talagang may Christmas spirit na, no? As early as mga I don't know, kung November, October, no? Oo. Pero dito, meron na ba tayo dito sa UK? Yeah. Is it felt dito sa atin?
Yeah, nag-umpisa na sila. Yeah. No, I think
nag-umpisa
na
okay,
sila. So it's in fairness, it's 4 weeks to go, no? Di ba? Kaya ngayon tayo, 24 November tayo, no? So 24 December. So we're very close. Na naman.
We are.
Talaga.
They diba, they kick it off. Oo nga. At times, yeah. Oo. At time, napakabilis, ha? But usually they kick it off with a lighting ano yata sa Oxford Street eh. Nagkaroon ba? Have you hindi ko na nasusundan yung storya, di ba? Normally the mayor, London mayor, with probably some stars or celebrities, they kick off by clicking what do you call this, the di ba, para switching on the Christmas lights at Oxford Street, no? So ayan. But anyway,
no, tama ka.
All right. Sige, let's kick off with attorney. Subukan na natin yung ating mga pagbati, no? Subukan na natin isimulan na. Sige, direct, let's go for the pagbati. Sige, let's hulaan mo kung sino uli, no? As usual, kung sino yung ating unang bumati sa atin, ha? Sige. Okay, ayan. Sige, attorney. Sige, sino sa palagay mo? This is our way of acknowledging yung ating mga viewers, no, na andi diyan. Sige, sino hula mo?
Yeah, I'm going for Oliver Fernandez. And by the way, because I want, but gusto ko siyang batiin. Of course, it's Happy Thanksgiving, in the US today.
Ngayon yata, no, last Friday ba ngayon? Bukas, tama, Thanksgiving.
Bukas.
Thanksgiving is a Saturday ba? Ano bang Thanksgiving last? Saturday, Sunday? Paano ba? Ano bang? Last,
I thought it was
there's
I thought it's today. No, is it the last? We have a lovely American chap working with us nga at the moment. So siya nga lang nagsabi sa akin, no, it's Thanksgiving. So he got himself a turkey sandwich for lunch.
Ngayon ba yun? Kasi I remember.
Happy Thanksgiving.
I remember kasi, ito ngayon, usong-uso na yung mga Black Friday sales, mga deals, no? And I remember I was in America twice during the Thanksgiving. And we went to this, yung mga Black Friday na yan. And ang equivalent ng ASDA is Walmart yata, di ba, sa States? Yan, Walmart dito sa UK is ASDA, di ba? Oo. So, I don't know if you've ever experienced yung pipila ka na madaling araw. Lamig-lamig dahil winter time almost doon sa US. Tas yung merong mga malalaking mga TV sets na mura lang, pero isa lang siguro, mga ilan lang. Tapos nagpapatain yung tao. So I experienced it twice. So I couldn't remember kung tama, kung maaaring today nga or I don't know, no? So yeah, but it's kicked off by the yung kasama rin itong Black Friday. Doon yata ngayon na-adapt itong Black Friday is something recent here in the UK, di ba? Hindi naman yan nung panahon na dumating ka rito, wala pang Black Friday, di ba? Meron na ba?
No. Panibago yun. Bago yun. It's very recent, a bit like, celebrating Halloween really, Dati hindi naman uso yung Halloween. But yeah, no, Black Friday na nga ngayon. But yeah, no, it's so hopefully si Oliver nga ang babati.
Sige, Oliver, subukan natin.
Even if he's not first.
Sige, direct. Sige nga. Tignan nga natin si Oliver nga ba?
Sino kaya?
Sige, sino kaya? Yan. Yan.
Whoa! Miss Paner, the lovely
Marian,
Miss Paner.
Lumalaban. Si Marian Galicia Paner.
First, first and foremost, magandang gabi, sabi po niya, Kuya Sonny and Attorney Lira. At sa lahat, happy Thursday po and stay safe always. God bless us po. God bless Miss Paner. Hopefully you're well and inside. Ang lamig sa labas ngayon, ano?
Oh yes, malamig. But I do biking every morning, Attorney. I bike as early as 5:45. Yeah, 5:45. I bike as early as 5:40. Oh, wow, I had a very bad experience yesterday morning. I fell. Lumipad ako, no? Yes, I was biking and then there was this, alam mo yung mga panlinis, yung pang basura, yung meron parang walis na umiikot-ikot na sa gilid. It's a small vehicle, pero meron silang parang pangwalis na nasa gilid nila, di ba? Umiikot-ikot na ganun. Have you ever noticed one? Anyway, so it was coming.
Spinning wheel.
Yeah, spinning wheel. So I was more or less in a main road. And then main road na nasa loob na, hindi naman main road na malalaking road, pero isang main road siya. And then coming in from the side siya, isang side road. parang kakaliwa siya. Pero inisip ko, baka na dumire-diretso. So magkakasalubong kami. So what I did was, I went up yung parang, ano ba yung, pavement. Sa pavement ako. Pero yung pavement ba, usually may pavement na when it's leading to probably a house, di ba? Parang mas lower yung part na yan sa pavement, di ba? So what I did, ililiko ko ron. Bigla akong lumipad. Madulas pala, I realized it. Tapos, all fours ako, naka-facing down, all fours na gano'n, naka-extend yung kamay ko. Of course, yung legs ko, tumama yung left foot ko, yung left knee ko sa simento. No? Na naglapita sa akin tao, are you okay? Sabi ko, I'm okay. So it happened. Madulas pala. Now I realized na madulas pala. And then, so there was another opportunity on the same day, pagkatapos ng pagbagsak ko, andun naman, muntik na naman ako bumagsak. Pero at least natuto na ako doon sa first. Yun. And I was worried, di ba? Normally, when you have these bumps and everything, yung pain happen. On the day, wala yan eh. The following day, di ba? Meron na. Parang ganun nararamdaman mo the following day.
Yun na nga.
But I was okay. I was okay today. So I had a massage it yesterday. And okay naman. But yeah, I do bike as early as 5:45. Yeah. Sakit ng konti kahapon. Pero siguro because of my physical fitness, because I bike every 4 to 5 times a day, ayun, na medyo siguro baka tumiba yung tuhod ko. Pero yeah, it was a shocking experience. Oh, biglang bagsak ang gano'n. So sabi ko, wow. But anyway, but I love biking now. I love biking. You know what? I love biking yung madaling araw na walang not a soul in sight. And parang you own the world and then you're biking. Yeah, it's a wonderful feeling, attorney. Oh, yan. Pero yun nga lang na
it's a good thing to do.
Accident ako.
It's a good thing to do.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to do. Physical fitness. Now I know na kasi I always do it. I'll always do it kapag yung yung walang ulan. Pero pag may ulan pala talagang madulas. Kaya nga sabi nga, di ba, slippery when wet. Tama nga pala. It's something that I've proven. So next time, if that happens, I'll just have to stop. No? Kunyari kami na may papasok na traffic or vehicle from the side, I'll just probably stop na lang. Lesson learned.
Yeah.
But it was
tama.
Oh, grabe. But anyway, malamig na nga talaga. Okay, so sino hula mo pa? Sige, attorney.
Okay, I'm sticking with our American friend.
Yes.
Okay. So
American friend. Oh,
okay.
yeah. Oh. Oliver, go, attorney. Correct. Sige.
Sino kaya?
Nga. Cheers, Oliver. Yay! Yeah,
Wonderful!
okay. Yes, very good.
Si Oliver.
Ayan.
So sabi niya, happy Thursday.
The day before.
From the Pacific Northwest. Yeah.
Oh.
It's the day before Thanksgiving. So bukas, here in the US of A. I must admit, our family hasn't fully absorbed the significance of this very American holiday. The closest thing we have in the UK is Harvest Week. That's true, actually, when school children are asked to bring canned foods, items and grains to be shared with the poor and homeless. One thing is for sure, you will good lawyering if you're an American turkey who wants to be part of this Thanksgiving season. Tama ka, Oliver. So bukas, okay. So
bukas, it coincides with Black Friday ba? Tama ba? Does it coincide with Black Friday?
Yeah, tell us, Oliver.
We were hosted in America. I went there twice. Washington, D.C. We went to Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York. And then we drove all the way from Washington, D.C. all the way to Ohio. Wow, I wouldn't do that anymore. Not in another lifetime. Wow, a haba ng drive, no? I wouldn't do that again. We drove from Washington, D.C. all the way to, ano pangalan yan? To Ohio. Wow,
How long
I was driving. I couldn't remember now. In America, for some reason, when I drive, nahihilo ako. You know why? Kasi sa America, you're going through highways, and then highways and highways and highways, and on both sides, wala kang makita. No? So parang, if that's the way, tsaka yung pagka-daytime, yung tinatawag na, what's the word? Mirage. Yung mirage, yung parang kala mo may tubig-tubig sa diba? Dahil lalo sa mga deserts, di ba, ganyan, may mga karamo, tubig-tubig, mga mirage. Kasi wala kang makita. Sa UK, I can drive the whole day. Kasi on both sides, you can see some cows, some, ganyan di ba? Maski mga farmlands. Pero sa Amerika, tracts of land na walang katapusan na lupa, parang naninibago. So, yeah. Yes, but I wouldn't drive again that long. It's too long from Washington DC to Ohio. Hindi ko na ulitin. Mahirap.
Oh dear.
Yeah, nahuli pa ako sa I forgot the state. Hindi ko alam kung Indiana yun, kung saan yun. Because you were used to yung top speed ka doon sa mga highways, mga super highways. And then you're now passing through a city or a town or whatever it is, no? Yung na urbanized na. Siyempre, nadadala mo yung speed mo. Yun, nahuli ako. Nadala ko yung napaka-fastest speed going into the city, no? Going through the city. Yan. So, mabuhay. Thanksgiving Day pala, attorney, tomorrow, Friday. Tama, Black Friday, kasabay nga ba yun? Pakireak lang pangalan to? Si Oliver. Yan. Pakireak lang kung tama nga, nasabay ba yan ng Black Friday? Kasi alam ko, Black Friday, tomorrow yata. Tomorrow ba o next week?
Yeah, but
anyway,
happy Thanksgiving, no, Oliver and the family, yeah?
Sa Canada, wala kang Thanksgiving, no? Wala sa Amerika lang yan, no? It's just an American... meron din.
We celebrate Thanksgiving. Yeah. We also celebrate.
Meron din, sabay din sa Amerika.
But I don't really know why, but we did. I remember.
You did, okay.
I remember it. I remember it fondly. I like Thanksgiving. It's a bit like Christmas without the presents, no? So
yung aming yung nag-host din sa amin, we went from houses to houses, my friends. They were saying, I don't know if it's true, that the Americans daw, sabi I don't know kung nagyayabang lang, celebrate anong tawag dito, yung itong Thanksgiving daw more than the Independence ba o kaya yung mga Christmas. I don't know, sabi niya. I don't know kung totoo, no? Talungin natin kay Oliver. So, yeah. Okay, sino susunod natin? Attorney, sige, sino susunod natin?
Okay.
Direct?
Okay.
Hula pa pala. Maghuhula pa pala siya.
I think let me go with them. Analu Antipuesto.
Analu Antipuesto. Sige, let's go. Direct, sige nga. Tingnan nga. Analu Antipuesto ba? Ayan. Pagka nadidinig ko para akong kinakabahan. Sorry, nakakadalawa ka.
Wow,
very good.
2 out of 3 is not too bad, no? Amazing Thursday, galing kay Analu. Attorney Lira, Kuya Sonny, and Direct Pow, and to all viewers, God bless everyone. Yes. God bless Analu. I hope you're okay.
God bless.
And you, she's lovely, Analu.
No, yeah, she is.
Lovely, lovely lady.
Mukhang bata yan, si Analu, no? Talagang, parang ding si si Emmeline Rafael, no? Si Lady Emmeline na at the age of 75, mukha lang 40s, no? 50s, no? So, batang-bata.
She's astonishing.
Really? Yeah. Si Emmeline, si Lady Emmeline.
Emmeline, I'd like to look like Emmeline next year. I'm striving to look like her.
Yeah, amazing to really, truly, di ba? Walang bola yan, ha? Talagang she really looks very young. Very young for her age, no? At 75th birthday ba yung last time? Imagine mo, 75 years old.
70 ba? Akala ko 70, but not. I think
hindi ko alam. Ako 70 pa 70 nga lang. Hindi ko alam.
Yeah, but she looks amazing. No?
Totoo yan. We are not making bola to her. It's true. And she looks very young. Talagang batang-bata sa age niya. No? Hindi natin alam ang sikreto. We should ask her kung bakit na-achieve niya yung ganung look na younger than her age. No? So, yeah. Okay. Direct? Yeah. Sino? Okay. All right. Sige. Okay. Sige. Wala ka lang huhulaan. Sige, ito na. Papasok na lang. Uy, si Ma'am Cora.
Si Ma'am Cora. Hi, Ma'am Cora.
Buhay,
She's lovely, Ma'am Cora. She's also another one who looks incredibly young. Magandang gabi, sabi niya, no? Sir Sonny, Attorney Lira, Derek Paula, at lahat. I'm sure we will learn many things again from this very informative program shared to us by Attorney Lira, Sir Sonny, and viewers. I hope so. I know, Ma'am Cora. I hope so. I mean, we have a really good topic nga, no? I mean, it's I don't really know why I haven't dealt with this topic before, but it's quite a good one, I think. And we have some really interesting questions nga.
Yun,
we have quite a few.
Galing direct. First year Tribunal Immigration Appeal hearing process. Sabi mo nga, galing ka sa mga hearing yata for today, no? So, ayan. Was it a first year Tribunal Immigration? Example of, okay. All right.
No,
sino pa?
Today was a today was a county court. So,
okay, county
hi,
court.
Gigi. Yeah,
Gigi, Gigi, hi, mabuhay ka.
Yeah, she's lovely also. Good evening, sabi niya, Attorney Lira and Kuya Sonny. Happy Thursday, all viewers. Also, Direct Pao, of course, Direct Pao.
Uy, thank you, Gigi. Mukha yatang nag-like ka doon sa aking Sonny LARAGAN page, no? Na yung meron akong photo na nasa Venice, no? Thank you sa'yo, no? Uy, Lizzie Hobbs. Oh, hi, Lizzie. It's been a while yata, no?
Yes, Miss Hobbs.
Ganda naman ang kanyang message, no?
Hi, yeah. Oh, I love the emojis, no? Lizzie Hobbs. Hi, everyone. Sabi niya, lovely heart emoji. Masayang Huwebes po sa lahat. Yeah, masayang Huwebes nga din po, Miss Hobbs. Yeah. Hope you're well, no? And,
yes, hope you're well.
Not ill. Everyone is ill at the moment, no? I mean, actually, katatapos nga lang yung sakit mo, you had flu.
Yes,
I
did.
Something.
Wow. I missed my two jobs. Two jobs in the sense of two opportunities. I had mine scheduled when I was really sick and almost bedridden. Bedridden na rin talaga. And so I rescheduled it. Nangyari naman, something happened nung na-reschedule. I haven't had mine. Attorney Dana has already had hers. Dalawa, a flu job and yung parang something like booster something job, no? Ikaw ba, kumusta? Meron ka na ba?
Yeah, so I had my COVID booster, no?
Okay.
That was only a couple of weeks ago. My flu jab is on in December. It's early as I can get. So, mga kababayan, if you can get the COVID booster, do it. You know, certainly the flu booster or the flu jab going you din, you know, because it will be helpful, especially nga kung if you're dealing with the public, no?
At saka taglamig na sa winter time na. And winter time, sometimes the heaviest sa winter is late January and February, no? So at least to prepare you have about a month more than a month in preparation, no? Si Grace Sanchez from Lisbon, Portugal. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, good evening. Sabi po niya, good evening
good evening.
Everyone watching. Yeah, from Lisbon. Oh, wow. Oh,
Lisbon,
I think
Portugal
played today in football, no? And they won against. Yeah, I think hindi, because it was in the afternoon. I'm trying to follow a little bit of football nga, no? Because of course it's World Cup. So Portugal played today. I was reading. They won against Ghana, but just 3-2, no, to Portugal. And kahapon, I was watching and so the big ones like Germany lost to Japan. Astonishing.
Yes.
No?
Germany, Japan, may isa pa Tapos yung Argentina to Saudi Arabia the other day.
Yeah.
Mga upsets ngayon. Mga upsets.
Yeah.
Well, it happens, so, no? Which is, tama ka. I mean, I have a friend, and he watches. He's been watching the whole day. It's a World Cup, no? I wasn't able to watch the England. Ano kalaban nila? Sino pa kalaban nila? 6-2. Sino kalaban nila?
Iran, no?
Monday yun.
Iran ata. Yeah.
Iran, tama ka. Iran, tama ka. Tama ka, Iran. So, yan. Okay, attorney. So, we're gonna go into the topic. Ano yung topic natin? First year, labas mo lang sa direct. Ayun, okay. First year Tribunal Immigration Appeal hearing process. Ito yung proseso pag-uusapan natin. So, attorney, we'll have a short break. And when we come back, you're going to be discussing this now. First year Tribunal Immigration Appeal hearing process. Wag ko kayong alis, mga kaibigan. Pagbalik natin para meron kayong dagdag kaalaman for tonight. Saglit po lamang.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon, serbisyong mapagkakatiwalaan, serbisyong maaasahan pagdating sa inyong mga padalang balikbayan boxes. Dito ka na sa Forex Cargo. Sa presyong kayang-kaya ng bulsa, sigurado ka pa sa inyong padala. Forex Cargo. Dahil kailangan makarating. Call 0208-813-7064. O ano pang inaantay niyo mga kabayan? Tayo na sa Forex Cargo.
%100% all natural, tasty, healthy, versatile, 4 unique flavors. Taste a real sauce. Galettos.
Mula sa kabisera ng Inglaterra, sa puso ng Britanya, London, UK. London, UK. Ito ang Channel Philippines Network. Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK. Sumasahing papawid 24 oras. 24 oras. Buong linggo. Sa www.pinoyradiouk.com. Ang mga pinakapaborito mga awitin, mga pinakaabangang programa, at mga sariwang balita at impormasyon mula at para sa mga kababayang Pilipino sa UK at sa buong mundo. Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK.
Okay, tuloy-tuloy ho tayo sa ating Happy Thursday event dito ho sa Filipino TV Europe, ang Immigration Corner. Gusto ko lang pasalamatan ng pasalamatan ng Filipino Philbrits Community Dorset. No, thank you very much. Tayo inaprubahan yung post natin diyan sa kanila. No, thank you very much. Also, we'd like to thank, i-acknowledge yung mga Pilipino sa United Kingdom. No, ayan, the official group ng mga Filipino sa United Kingdom. Maraming salamat, no? Thank you for allowing our posting sa inyo. Maraming salamat. Thank you, no? So once again, ang Filipino Philbrits Community Dorset, maraming salamat, no? Salamat. And yung pangalan nito, mga Filipino sa United Kingdom, the official group. Okay, once again, siyempre, welcome natin yung ating yung star of the show, yung ating maging teacher natin, maestra natin for tonight. Walang iba kundi si Attorney LIRA Simon CABATBAT. At ready na ako, meron na akong pen and paper. Ayan, nakahanda na po to take notes. Okay, Attorney, good evening once again sa'yo.
Happy Thursday po ulit. It's good
Happy
to
Thursday.
be back, no? Yeah, no, happy
Yes.
Thursday. I hope
Happy
everyone
Thursday.
is well.
Yes. O sige, Attorney. So we're going to be talking about first-tier immigration, appeal. Hinintay ko yan. Ayan. First-tier tribunal immigration appeal hearing process. Sige, Attorney, take it away.
Okay, salamat po. So ito pong topic natin nga ngayon, it's actually one that I don't think na pinag-usapan nga pa natin dati. The reason being, lagi ko nga itong nakakalimutan. I'm often criticized, no, for not really remembering, no, I've been in practice for a long time now, 3 decades na nga po. So you're looking at 30 years nga, and you forget, no? Like many things, pagka lagi mong ginagawa, and it's okay, of course, the process has changed nga over the years, pero it becomes routine, no? But of course, so sa mga kliyente ko, it's not routine, and I've been and I'm told often that it has been the most stressful experience of their lives, no? And I think a big part of it is kung hindi mo nga alam kung anong mangyayari, no? The process, that is. Never mind, of course, that the decision, of course, you don't know what will happen nga. Pero nga lang process. So today especially, because I had a hearing today, so I thought we deal with the process. So but it's the process with about the first year tribunal immigration appeal. So yung first year tribunal, ito yung unang if yung korte nga. If you get a refusal, so nagpasok kayo ng application, the application is refused, and then you have a right of appeal. You exercise the right of appeal in country. Okay? So ito po ang unang-unang korte, the first year tribunal, not to do with immigration. Now we'll talk about nga the process. So kung meron kayong mga hearing nga coming up, make sure you stay tuned. So hopefully this will make it less daunting, less scary nga, no? The whole process. So, unang-una po, ito. Where will the hearing take place? Yeah. Because oftentimes it has to be, you have to start with that, no? Saan ba mangyayari? So anong address nga ng korte, anong oras? Now, pagka nagpasok kayo ng appeal, so nagpasok yung application was refused, tapos nagpasok nga kayo ng appeal. Later on, meron kayong makukuha, ang tawag, papadalang kayo, notice of hearing. Kung meron kayong mga abogado, then should go to them. So it's called a notice of hearing. Nandoon, nakalagay, is it going to be what's called an in-person hearing, or it's a remote hearing, but regardless, sasabihin doon, where is it going to be held? Anong pangalan ng korte at saka yung address, no? And important of course is that yung anong oras, yeah? Pag-uusapan nga natin yung oras separately later on, because that's quite also that's actually one of the most important things na kailangan nyo huwag nyo kakalimutan, no? Because there's no point turning up in the afternoon kung nasa umaga nga yung hearing nyo. Now, so the date, no? At saka yung petsa, at saka yung oras nga, that will be very clear from the notice of hearing. You will get that a few weeks, no? Often 4 weeks in advance. So meron kayong time na mag-prepare, no? So alam niyo kung nasaan nga. So if especially if it's an in-person hearing, marami kong mga kliyente, ginagawa nila, they do a dry run, no? So binibisita nga nila yung korte a few days before the actual hearing. So alam nila, okay, ano bang bus o kaya tube na kailangan nilang kunin para hindi sila malilate nga, o kung kotse nga, no, how long yung biyahe, no? So you need to allow for all of that. And it becomes less stressful kung alam mo nga kung nasaan. So, importante po yun. So, where will the hearing take place? And that, as I say, will be quite clear dun sa notice of hearing ang tawag. Now, kung meron kayong abogado, tapos sinawagan kayo, sabihin nila, okay, meron na tayong hearing. Una yung question is, can you send me, a copy of the notice of hearing? Dahil makikita nyo nga doon all the information that you need to get there. At saka importante din, nandun yung case reference ng kaso nyo sa korte. So kung kailangan nyo silang tawagan, no, yung korte nga, to see whether it's, for example, kung may problema nga about the hearing, o kailangan nyo, you need to check if the interpreter is gonna be there. Kailangan nyo yung case reference, nandun po dun sa notice of hearing nga. If you are acting on your own, so wala nga kayong abogado, that should be sent to you directly. So, yun ang una. Where will the hearing take place? Now, sinong nandoon? Who will be there? Okay? Of course, unang-una kayo. You are called the appellant. Dahil appeal nyo no? Kung meron kayong abogado, of course, yung abogado nyo nandoon. And then the home office presenting officer. Yeah? So they are dealing with, so yung kaso ng home office, they're the ones who present it. They're called, I often refer to them as HOPO. So home office presenting officer. No? Sila, they could be barristers or they could be civil servants, no? And sometimes they're not always also there. So not all cases are allocated a HOPO. Kung wala nga sila doon, huwag kayong mag-alala. And sometimes it's actually a bit better that you don't then get questioned by the home office. Kung wala sila doon, it can still proceed. No? It's just yung nga lang judge, the judge will likely ask more questions than normal. Now, and who else will be there? There'll be quite a few more people. So witnesses nyo, kung meron kayong mga witnesses, no? So kung ang kaso nyo sinasabi nyo, oh well, we are in a genuine relationship, na-refuse nga kayo because they don't believe, the home office does not believe that it's a genuine relationship, you may want to have friends and family to come along to say, that it is a genuine relationship. But beware, of course, as you know from before, witness statements, witness statements, kailangan nyo magpasok ng witness statements for those people who are looking to give evidence for you. So you will have also witnesses nga. Kung kailangan yung interpreter, okay, libreng interpreter, no? So the court will pay for the interpreter. So kung kailangan yung interpreter, Tagalog to English or English nga to Tagalog, then you can also book that in advance. Ang payo ko, and this is quite a helpful tip, even if you book it in advance, no, at least 3 weeks before, and again 2 weeks before, and then a week before, checking nyo sa korte that there is an interpreter available, no, because sometimes they can forget, no, whether to book it, and sometimes, and also check na. So kung Tagalog ang kailangan nyo, siguraduhin nyo nga lang Tagalog ang interpreter nyo. Kung Ilocano ang kailangan nyo, then siguraduhin nyo nga din na yun ang interpreter nyo. So it is for you to ensure nga that that's checked. Otherwise, of course, it may be adjourned, the hearing. So yung interpreter nandun nga din. Now, on top of that, there's the court clerk, no? The court clerk helps the judge to manage nga the court hearing, right? So siya makikita nyo, labas-pasok siya sa korte, no? The court clerk. So they will also usher you in, nung kung kay if you're outside, for example, and will also call the judge kung if the hearing is ready. So that would be the court clerk. Now ito, and this is something that also it scares people, no, and also surprises people kung hindi nga nila alam. First-year tribunals are open to the public. So, ibig sabihin, may mga tao doon na walang pakialam sa inyo. Okay? So, they have their own cases. They may be witnesses or family members of cases that's going to be heard by the same judge. Okay? So, huwag kayong mag-alala kung may mga tao sa likod nga, no? It's nerve-wracking though already, no? So, nininervous na nga kayo kung ano mangyayari, no? Hindi nyo alam kung are you going to be able to give evidence okay? Maintindihan nyo ba? So all that is swimming around in your head. Tapos makikita nyo mga tao sa likod. Huwag kayong mag-alala. Okay? Yung mga taong yun, they are worrying about their own case. Hindi sila nakikinig sa inyo. So just pretend na wala nga sila doon. But there's nothing you can do about it because it's a public, it's open to the public. No? Now, in some cases, rarely, but in some cases, you can apply for a hearing in private. Weirdly, that's actually called a hearing in camera, no? But hindi ibig sabihin camera as in the television camera. In this case, camera here is being they're referring to the Latin word chamber. So basically, walang ibang tao, kayo nga lang. They would only do that if for example, you may be in danger, if you have if it's open to the public, mga ganon, something not sensitive. So it very rarely happens, no, a private hearing. But you can if you think that you satisfy the relevant conditions for an in-camera hearing. And then friends and family, no? So kung kailangan nyo nga ng emotional support, no? They can be there. But beware, if they're going to be also your witnesses, hindi sila makakapasok until you've also given your evidence. Okay? But sabihin natin, meron kang kaibigan nga, they're nothing to do with the case, but they're there just to help, to provide you nga with emotional support. Hindi problema. They can be there, they can sit and in the hearing, in the courtroom nga. Now, also beware, no children allowed, no, in the court other than in the public area. Pero kung ako kayo, if you can, just make other arrangements. That it can be a very, very long hearing wait, no. So especially kung batang-bata pa nga sila, no, that will likely just distress them. So if you can make alternative arrangements, otherwise you may find that your case nga is adjourned again. Now, at the hearing, pagka pumasok nga kayo, no, you will find no jury, no, so it's not a criminal matter. This is before the first-year tribunal. No wigs, okay, no gables, no, yung gables, the one that looks like a little hammer, no, wala yun, okay. Now, hindi naman ibig sabihin that you can, that it's so informal you can wear what you want. Ang payo ko, dress formally. It doesn't have to be anything, you don't have to, of course, wear a tux or anything like that. But try and wear a jacket. I always say to my clients, no running shoes, no caps. No. The only, if you like, head gear that you can wear is for religious reasons. So no caps allowed, no hats allowed, as I've said, unless it's for religious reasons. And try and try and wear something relatively formal, because it's a court. It's a serious event. So you want also to come across that you're treating the court with the seriousness and the respect. That should be the case naman. So you should do that. It also gives, of course, it gives a good first impression, also to the judge. Now, hearing time. Okay, so going back to what I was saying before, the notice of hearing, nandun nakalagay yung oras nga. Now, top tip, do not be late. Okay, because if you're not there and the hearing is on, then they may well adjourn it, okay, or they may indeed dismiss it kung wala nga kayo doon, no? So yung appeal nyo, it may then be dismissed. First year tribunal hearings, all hearings are now listed for 10 a.m. Okay? Lahat. So the judge that you have in the court that you have nga, it could be that you find they would have 10 hearings. So who gets dealt with first, kung sinong unang titingnan nga nila, depends very much on the judge. Oftentimes, ako mga hearings ko, and I don't know why this is the case, but we either get heard first thing or last thing. I think normally it's because marami kaming mga documents, no? So the judge may want to get my case nga dealt with because he thinks or she thinks nga that it's likely to take a while longer than marami nga kaming documents, or the last or listed for the last hearing because he wants to deal with all the other hearings, thinking that they will be done faster than mine. But anyway, it would be then listed for 10 o'clock. So be prepared to wait. That's why I was saying, kung meron kayong mga bata, huwag nyo silang dalhin. You will find that it could be 10 o'clock nga ang hearing nyo, but you don't actually get heard until 2 o'clock, or sometimes even later than that. Yeah. So because of that, top tip again, bring some snacks. Of course, no alcoholic drinks allowed, but you can bring, of course, water or kape, in a flask. Because not all tribunals also have vending machines, and so that way also for lunchtime you don't need to go out. You can just bring some sandwiches nga, but bring something that will keep you going in case especially nga that you need to wait, and a lot of waiting time. Now, if you are unlucky, your case could be ang tawag floating, floating case, you're a floater. Now, it just means that you don't have a designated judge, no designated court. I would say 80% of cases that are just floating get adjourned, unfortunately. It could also be naswerte nga kayo, and you get a judge who's free, gets freed up, and they deal with it. But it's not an ideal situation to be a floating case, but it can happen. If that's the case, be prepared nga definitely to wait, and be prepared also for the adjournment. So sabihin natin, nandun na nga kayo na. So nakuha nyo notice of hearing, you prepared nga for the hearing, sabihin natin meron kayong interpreter, your witnesses are all set up, you are caught, you're on time, and then you are sitting in the court already in the trial. Now, so ano na mangyayari? The courtroom, okay? Now, yung nga sabi ko, no wigs, no gables, no jury. Okay, so it's not so bad. Now, usually you would have one judge, one first-year tribunal judge. Sometimes, dalawa sila. Normally, yung pangalawa is observing or monitoring nga, but so when you walk in, when you go into the room, or indeed when it's your time, sabihin natin nasa likod nga kayo, you go forward, you be called, so your lawyer, especially kung may lawyer nga kayo, will say to you, okay, dito kayo uupo, no? They'll show you where you need to sit. And the clerk would also do that, especially kung lang kayong abogado. So you will find that the judge, so yung korte nga, will be in a relatively large room, yung judge nasa harap, okay, and slightly elevated, so looking into the room, no? Now you, okay, your appellant nga, you would be either on the left or the right nga, and there will be space of course para sa lawyer nyo and also the interpreter nga, and of course the presenting officer. Now what's you may find and if you go into a hearing soon, watch out for this nga, yung presenting officer, no, you will find that they will be seated at the desk closest to the door, no. There's a reason for that, and the reason is in case the appellant, no, sabihin na kung nagwala nga yung appellant, no, they're looking to if they get rowdy, then they can be evacuated faster. That's the reason for it, no. So they sit to the on the desk at the desk closest to the exit to the door. Okay, you'll find that the judge usually would have an exit, another door behind them. So the judge will then come in. So sasabihin ng judge, I mean, judges are people too, no? So they would their personalities of course differ, but they all the judges have come across they come across very respectful nga, very clear, and kung mag-isa nga lang kayo, you don't have a lawyer, you find that they also try their best. They're quite kind, no? To persons, to people, appellants acting in person. No? So they will greet you, and they will then explain nga anong mangyayari. Now, what then normally happens is the start will be from your solicitor. Meron nga kayong solicitor. So the solicitor will say to you, okay, Miss CABATBAT, did you make this statement, no? So papakita nga niya sa akin yung statement ko. Yung statement ko, that would have been prepared for me weeks ago. Okay? Or it should be. No? Now, doon, sasabihin nga, nandun yung istorya ko. Kailan ako dumating dito, anong nangyari, ito nga naging problema, why do I say my case should be successful, yung appeal ko, no? So then my lawyer will then say to me, okay, pinirmahan mo ba ito? Okay, so is this statement yours, and did you sign this? No? And of course, I will remember that yes, I did sign it, and I say yes. And normally, not much more is asked. No? And then the second bit, now this is the stressful bit. Ang tawag, the formal stage is called cross-examination. Basically, yung HOPO, the Home Office Presenting Officer, kung nandun nga sila, will ask you questions on your statements normally. So kung ang kaso nga ay they're not believing that your relationship is genuine, they'll ask you questions pertinent to that issue. No? So that's cross-examination, and that's usually what takes a while. So importante po, again, top tip ko, basahin yung statement nyo lagi. Hindi nga lang on the day or the night before. Basahin yung statement nyo. If it's a good statement, nandun ang mga petsa and the points are there. So it's then in your mind. Because pagka ninenervyos kayo, things, suddenly, I've had clients say, I just completely forgot everything. No? But if you have your statement in your mind, especially mga petsa nga, you will find it's a bit easier, it's less nerve-wracking. Because buhay nyo, you know what you're going to say. No? You know how to answer it, dahil buhay nyo nga. But it does help to know, to try and remember dates. Don't get flustered. Anyway, so once you confirm yung statement nyo, usually yung abogado nyo sasabihin nila, okay, can you just stay there, no? Diyan ka muna, Miss CABATBAT. So my friend, usually they would say HOPO, no? Will have questions for you. And then HOPO, that is Home Office Presenting Officer, would then start cross-examination. Now, hopefully, hindi ganong matagal nga yung cross-examination. Once that happens, then you may be what's called re-examined. That's then the third stage. So you have the examination in chief, yung statement nyo galing sa abogado nyo nga mismo. And then you have the cross-examination galing sa HOPO. and then you have the re-examination. So, ibig sabihin nga ng re-examination, yung abogado nyo, kung meron pa siyang mga question or there are issues that were raised through the cross-examination, then they will ask you those points, no? Through all of that, at any time, the judge can say, well, okay, Ms. CABATBAT, can you just answer this? So they can interject at any time, yung judge nga. And oftentimes, especially with tribunals, they do. Okay? Tapos, pagka after cross-examination and indeed re-examination, what then happens is closing, no? Closing submission. So, mangyayari nga lang, the Home Office will say, no, closing, the points nga that they want the judge to particularly pay attention to, and yung abogado nyo nga din will say, okay, but we'll say the same thing, no, these are the points that are strongly in your favor to look into this. So they're closing submissions, basically. Now, the judge will then they can make a decision there and then, but 99.9% of the time, they don't hand down the decision there and then. Normally, sinasabi nila, okay, I will give my written determination in 2 weeks. It never only takes 2 weeks. It takes longer. Be prepared to wait. Usually, my experience is it takes about 4 weeks, sometimes even longer than that. No? So, huwag kayong mag-alala kung hindi nyo pa nakukuha. But of course, do check relatively regularly, no, yung emails nyo, especially if you're acting, if you don't have a solicitor nga. Kung nininervyos kayo, hindi nyo, you're big concerned ba, hindi pa sila sumasagot, tawagan nyo sila o mag-email kayo. And that goes back to the notice of hearing. Nandun yung reference, yung case reference number nyo. Kailangan yung lagay yun sa email, no? And hopefully they will say, well, okay, it's coming soon, or kaya it's coming later on. Maybe they're even able to say approximately when kailangan nyo makukuha yung decision nga. So, now, it can be, I say again, I often forget that this, for most people, for most clients, certainly, no, it's anything but routine, no, a court hearing. Dahil hindi nga lang yung, of course, importante. Because if you win your appeal, it could be then it means that you can reunite nga with your family, or you can stay in the United Kingdom, no. So and you're dreading potentially a refusal dahil nga a dismissal of the appeal, because it could mean nga separation from your loved ones here. So all that, of course, is stressful. So you don't need to be more stressed by not knowing nga yung process. Yung proseso, may usapan nga natin ngayon. Just beware, as I say, look, read your statements, make sure nga na, of course, your bundle is ready for the hearing. For the hearing itself, kung meron kang interpreter, katabihin nyo naman yung interpreter, no? That you can give evidence through the interpreter. And yeah, and don't forget, bring your own drinks, bring your own food, no? At saka mas mahal doon, no? Kung bibili pa kayo ng pagkain doon sa even if there is the possibility, they can have vending machines, for example, o sa labas nga. But you will find that it's easier, it's cheaper, no? Also to just have your own, yeah. And I can't stress enough. Dress appropriately. So by that I mean no jeans, no running shoes, no, and you're not allowed to wear a hat anyway. Okay, that way you give you give a good initial impression. Okay, so kung meron kayong mga hearings, don't stress too much. It will be fine. But the process is so there is a process, and just follow the process. Don't make life more difficult by being late. So be on time. Make sure you read your statements nga and bring your own food and drink, and you're halfway there.
When you're talking of drink, attorney, pwede ba yung konting wine pampakalma? Okay yan. No. Parang day out pala yan, no? Wag baka maano, no? Okay, all right. So kailangan magbihis para at least you give a good impression, no? Ayun. Okay. So ayan mga tips, no, para sa inyo. Attorney, marami tayong questions, so we'll go segue straight into the questions. Marami tayong mga questions ngayon. Okay, direct, sige, go. First question natin.
Okay, galing po to kay Francis. Francis K, good evening, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. My friend has a question regarding the TB test. TB is tuberculosis, by the way, yeah? Recently lang
Yes,
po lumabas ng spouse visa and dependent niya. But yung TB test niya, mag-expire na po sa November 11, 2022. Can they travel po with an expired TB test? Thanks and God bless. Okay. Francis, good news. Walang problema. So you can the TB test must be valid at the date of the application. So kung paso na, hindi din problema. She can travel. Walang that's fine. And it happens actually it happens all the time ito dahil bagal nga ng proseso nga ngayon. So I'm not surprised that the TB test expired. But no, she can travel as normal.
Okay, yeah, you can travel as normal. Yung friend mo, no? Pwede can travel as normal. Okay, let's go on to the next question. So, yung TB test, ayan, ito, saan naman to? O yun, application of British naturalization.
Okay.
Sige, take it away, attorney.
Okay, galing po to question from MV. Okay, may plano pong ako mag-apply ng British naturalization next year. I just passed the English B1 test and Life in the UK test. Oh, well done. Pwede na po bang ako mag-apply kahit 4 years pa lang ako dito sa UK? I arrived in the UK in October 12, 2018 through a spouse visa. Nag-switch po ang visa ko into ILR noong November 2019. Dahil sa domestic violence. I'm separated po but not divorced. Okay. MV, this is a great question actually, no? Because this unfortunately this situation happens too often, no, to do with domestic violence. Now, ang batas po na kailangan mong tignan yung naturalization. So it's a different immigration rule altogether. The immigration rules provide nga if you are married to a British citizen, or national, you can make an application for naturalization, no, after 3 years. Okay, so in theory, you can, no? Dahil hindi pa naman kayo divorce. So the fact na hindi nga kayo nagsasama na, you can still make use of the 3 years provision. Now, ito nga lang, this is the catch, MV, no? To apply, kailangan magbigay ng mga dokumento galing sa husband mo, which you probably would not want to, you don't want to make contact with him, of course, no? If he subjected you out to domestic violence. So you will find actually that you will not, he won't, if they ask you for his passport, details nga niya, no? And you won't be able to provide that. So it will be a question really of, it's a logistical problem. So the law says yes, but logistically, you may not be able to, dahil wala kang the evidence na kailangan nila, wala nga. Pero kung kung nagmamadali ka, you can still have a go, but beware, if they refuse it, hindi nila babalik ang pera mo. Okay? Now, but you can still have a go, and in the representations na papasok nyo, make sure that isama mo nga doon yung injunction order. Okay, make reference to it. So it could be that they nevertheless grant it. So the quick answer is logistically may problema nga because of evidence, but the law says you can.
Okay, all right, then. Okay, so thank you. Yung ingay lang, direct. Okay. So, ayan, injunction, attorney? Sabi mo, just bring your injunction?
Yeah,
produce your injunction?
Yeah, so domestic violence usually, result to an injunction. So a court order that says he or she must not subject you to violence, harassment. It's otherwise known as non-molestation. Or indeed, it could even be na merong ang korte sa criminal court. So kailangan mo magbigay ng ebidensya that you were subjected to domestic violence. And that way, it then explains why you can't produce, for example, passport ng asawa mo. But of course, you are still married. So the 3 years provision, so rather than 3 years, you can still make use of that as long as you're not divorced. You don't have to be living together for that to apply.
Ayun, malinaw pala, no? You can be separated, divorced and separated, pero may possibility, no? At least no, do sa 5-3 rule, pwede pa rin.
Absolutely.
Okay, all right, next, direct, ayun, okay. From Gen Q.
Okay, Gen Q, okay. Good evening,
Gen
Attorney
Q,
LIRA and Sir SONNY. I'm currently on a on post with a student work visa, and I applied for 5 days priority visa, but I haven't received any decision yet. My question is, kung ang visa ko po ay pending pa, pwede ba akong mag-travel, bumalik uli sa UK? Maraming salamat po. God bless. Okay, Jen. I would not, so unang-una, siguro paso na yung visa mo, no? It doesn't matter na nagpasok ka ng application. So, do not leave the country. You don't have a visa anymore, even though, of course, you have what's called 3C leave. So, whilst you're in the United Kingdom, you're allowed to be here. Kung ano mang conditions mo dati, that simply continues, no? So, dito sa UK, you are perfectly legal. But as soon as you leave the United Kingdom, your application mo will be treated as abandoned. That's the phrase that they use. So, wag kang aalis, Jen, no? And hopefully it arrives soon. I mean, this is actually a fairly common problem, Sonny, dahil marami Christmas time na, no? And I have a lot of clients who well, you can't, for a lot of applications, the priority service is actually not even available, no? They're so behind, no? So where it is available, it's taking longer to also happen. But, you know, wag kang aalis, Jen, okay? Kailangan mong hintayin.
Mabilis lang, attorney. Parang some people would be probably confused with this kasi student work visa. Di ba? Normally, student visa, work visa. Bakit student work visa? Post niya is student work visa. Meron ba
yeah, yeah, well, no, not really. So, estudyante siya siguro, but it's just work is allowed. Yun.
Okay. Hindi kasi, okay. So, student, pagka full-time student, allowed ka mag-work ng ilan? 20 hours a week ba? O 10 hours?
No. Actually, most nagbago na nga din yun, no? Most students now are not allowed to work, okay? But depends really kung anong level nga, no? With certain levels of studies, then you are allowed to work. Yes, you say, 20 hours nga. So she's clearly under with that kind of visa. So she's probably a university, for example, na higher level nga, and so it allows working.
Really, yung university higher level allows working. So which is not allowed working? Anong student? What type of a student from abroad, overseas student, is not allowed?
NVQ, for example, no, nandito sila. So in the past, distant past now. Yeah. So in the distant past, kung estudyante nga, they were allowed to work. In fact, 20 hours. And then binabaan nila. So then they sabi nila, okay, then it's certain types of studies nga, 10 hours nga lang. And then for a number of years now, students actually are generally not allowed unless you are doing certain things like, PhD, for example, nga, o kaya university degree. So the higher levels, of studies could allow someone to work. So si Jen siguro yun ang visa niya. But
masteral, ganyan, doctoral.
Yeah, so PhDs, for example nga. Pero ang payo ko, Jen, huwag kang aalis, no? Dahil kung umalis ka nga, your application is treated as abandoned, which means that hindi ka na makabalik dito basta-basta. You need to make a new application, kung nasa Pilipinas ka, to come back into the country.
Ayan. I'm sure gusto ni Jen ang UK, so talagang makikinig siya doon sa advice mo para hindi naman magkaroon ng complication. Okay, so hopefully nasagot yan, Jen. Don't go out of the country, stay here. All right, next, mag-Zoom o kaya mag-Skype ka na lang, no? Okay, ito next question from Angelique A. Kaganda naman ang mga pangalan ng ating mga tatanong.
Angelique, yeah, love the name, Angelique. Yeah. Magandang gabi po, sabi niya, Attorney Lira and to Sir Sonny. I applied my family visa para sa mother ko. Ibinalik po nilang passport niya at naghingi po sila ng additional documents na pwede maging katibayan na sa akin siya nakadepende. Anong documents po bang pwede kong isubmit? Oh, Angelique, this is a big question, no? I know pinag-usapan nga natin to, some broadcasts, a good few weeks back. And this is what's called the adult dependent route. I so dislike the adult dependent route dahil ang hirap nga. No? Now, the documents that you need, so many is the answer. Start really with, kailangan mong pakita. So, under the adult dependent route, kailangan mong pakita that you are, you're the only, hindi lang na ikaw inaasahan, but there's no one else also who can assist nga, that because of disability, that there's no one that yung nanay mo nga needs care nga in the United Kingdom, and she can't get that care, say in the Philippines nga. So start really with medical report, and it must be good medical report. It must be legible medical report also, no? So kung may sakit nga siya, you should provide a good medical report to say why it is na hindi mo nga, no, na kailangan nandito siya, na kailangan mo siyang alagaan. It's more that really, no? So it would have to be, you need to show that you're not, she's not able to even do these, basic daily tasks, like kung naliligo nga, no, or nagluluto, or to even needs feeding. So it is as strict nga as that. So kung si nanay, okay naman siya, maybe meron siyang rayumang konti, maybe konting high blood pressure, the chances of succeeding, kung yung nga lang ang problema niya, the chances of succeeding under the adult dependent route is minute, no? It is one of those routes that I so dislike, and it's in the past I've described it according to actually an MP at the time. It's a ban masquerading as a rule because it's that difficult. So ingat ka, Angelique. I mean, of course, kung may sakit ka si nanay, then make sure that you provide very, very good, detailed medical documents. Sorry, Sonny, hindi ka namin marinig.
Hindi mo ako marinig? Oo, okay. Ayan.
Okay,
Hindi nga, dadaan sa butas ng karayom, attorney. Bale, ayan, parang ganun ang mangyayari, no? O, napakahirap. Okay. Alright, meron pa tayong question. Sige, go. Oh, from Eileen
okay,
C. No? Oh, okay.
Eileen C. Good day, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. Magtatanong lang po ako, sana ako, may plan po ako mag-visit visa sa UK. British po ang partner ko, pero hindi kami kasal. May baby po kami, 8 months old. Wow, congrats. Need po ba niya infant visa? Thanks in advance. Eileen, I have some good news for you. Okay? Now, kahit hindi nga kinasal, kung nung pinanganak yung bata, kung British na yung ama nga niya, no, he would become British also. Kahit pinanganak nga siya sa Pilipinas. So what you can do is actually apply for a British passport. Now, kung kasal ka sa ibang tao, you may need to, he would still get nga a visa, but it's a different application form, no? And you would need therefore to submit the application form before he can get the British passport. So the good news is, pwede siya makakuha nga ng British passport because he was, although born in the Philippines, British yung ama nga niya, and of course he was born after 2006 when the law changed. So kailangan mo pakita, of course, yung passport ng ama, no? At saka birth certificate ng bata, nandun naman pangalan siguro ng ama nga niya, no? And then you can make the application. As I say, your child would be British. So yung nga lang, because pinanganak nga siya sa atin, later on, I mean, we're looking at, of course, years later, the law at the moment says hindi niya pwedeng ipasa yung citizenship niya sa anak niya. So it only passes once. So he would be the one to get it, but not afterwards. But it's not an issue. But it's Eileen, and so yung anak mo, of course, can be British, would come in as a British citizen nga. And ikaw, if you want to apply for visit visa, of course, it's not a problem. So ikaw nga lang.
Shit. Meron bang infant visa? Visit visa rin ba yun? Infant visa? Meron ba, attorney? Wala, no?
No, visit visa is just visit visa. Kahit anumang edad. Yeah.
Oo, at saka kung on a business visit ka rito, visit visa pa rin yun, di ba?
Yeah. Tama ka.
Wala,
Sorry,
wala
there
naman.
are many types of visit visas. Yeah. So
Meron
there's
kasi nagyayabang
Philippine
na,
American
meron ba?
visit visa.
Okay. Hindi, kasi meron punta kami ng UK kasi meron kaming business visa. Meron bang business visa? Wala na, di ba? Meron din?
Business visit visa. Business visit visa. So so it's really for people who are maybe coming here for conference nga, no? Pero visit pa rin. Hindi pa rin sila pwedeng magtrabaho, hindi sila pwedeng mag-aral nga dito.
So you call it a business visit visa? Business visit visa ang tawag doon?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Ayan, okay. All right. Okay. So, well, ano tayo?
Yeah.
Hitik na hitik tayo sa mga katanungan, no, attorney? So, maraming salamat doon sa napaka-cute na mga pangalan na nagtanong ngayon sa atin, no? So, ayan. Okay, doon sa mga nais yung magtanong, you can just send us messages, no? You can email us or you can post it yan sa ating, chat room ba? How do you call that? Chat room ba? Chat page, no? Sa Filipino TV Europe. Okay, so siguro mga last pagbati muna tayo, attorney. Magbabati muna tayo bago tayo magpaalam. O, sino to?
Oh,
Violeta,
okay. Violeta. Wow, ang mahaba ng pangalan mo, no? Violeta.
Double T, Double
Kirab.
T.
Kirab. Kaya.
First time ko na nakakita ng Violeta ang double T, Nasol.
Yeah, actually.
Kirab, Cabrera Nasol. Haba na pangalan niya, no? Kirab. Ano kaya ang Kirab? Yun ba yung middle name niya? Good evening, Good evening din sa'yo, no? Violeta, ganda ng pangalan mo, double T, Ngayon lang ako nakakita ng double T na pangalan, no? Violeta. Alright. Direct, nakakita ka na ba ng double T na Violeta? Wala pa, no? Kasi alam ko, single T yan, But anyway, kung kanya ng mga nanay nyo gusto mag-double T, no? Okay lang yan, maski double L pa.
Yeah.
Okay, double E, no? Di ba? Kung ano gusto pangalan. Okay. So, ayan, sige. Thank you, Violeta. Violeta. Violeta, ayan, okay. Si Oliver Fernandez.
Oliver. Salamat.
Tama ka, attorney.
He's so good. He's so
tama
kind.
Ka, attorney.
Oliver, apologies for the confusion, sabi niya, Kuya Sonny, Attorney Lira. And Dark Pola, my son has corrected me. It is Thanksgiving Day today. I did admit of not knowing, not having fully grasped tama ka. Tonight, while most American families are sharing slices of dry turkey and stuffing, it's going to have to be chicken dinner in our household for now. My wife and I are both on night shifts. Hey, it's paid. Pay is time and a half. Of course, yeah, time and a half. Because of course it's holidays, na? Tama ka. So it's
exactly. Thanksgiving Day. Pero ako sa akin, mas convenient nga sa akin ng chicken, Di ba? Kaysa ng turkey. Minsan, you try to taste din ng turkey, Pero nakauglian kasi, Tama. So, mabuhay yung anak ni Oliver, Ayan,
Yeah, yun na nga. Thank you.
Si Rudy Libro.
The Team Libroho, no? Happy, very cold, starry night Thursday. Tama ka, no? Lovely and elegant, Attorney Lira. Slim. Sonny's getting slimmer by the week, no? Legend Sir Sonny. Super.
Chiseled na yung face ko.
So, you are very, Super Sir Edgar. And nawala siya. Nawala si Team Libroho.
Nawala. Hindi pa natapos.
Yeah, yun na nga. And lovely, bright. Tama ka, Derek Pola. And all happy viewers. God bless us all, Team Libroho. Hi, Rudy.
Yes, hi, mabuhay.
Kumusta sa pamilya?
Yesterday when I went for a bike ride, may mga stars pa bago na madilim 5:30 5:45 when I went out biking. Pero umulan, nabasa yung bisikleta ko. This morning may stars na naman, pero hopefully nakauwi ako ng hindi umuulan, naalala ko si Rudy kasi he greeted me on one of my posts. Sabi niya, sir, ganyan, slim na slim kayo, ganyan. Sinuggest ko, sabi ko, for you to get yung slim, ang sekreto is eating more fats. Natawa siya. But truly, ito wala akong halong biro o wala akong halong the secret to losing weight is eating more fats. You see a lot of yung mga non-fat, di ba, yung low-fat na mga pagkain, di ba, parang ino-offer nila. Low fat siya, pero more on sugar and high in carbohydrates ang ginagawa, parang kino-compensate nila. But to be honest, if I lost weight, it was because I was eating a lot of fats, avocados, yung taba ba, yung kunyari yung mga karne at attorney, tapos may taba yan. Dati nung araw, inihiwalay yan eh. Pati nga yung sa bacon, inihiwalay ko yung taba at saka yung But now, I savor the taba. Yun ang kailangan mo kung talaga if you want to lose weight.
Talaga?
Yes. Yun. Yun. Kaya lang, mag-a-adjust lang yung kasi ako nag-chisel na yung aking mukha, chisel face na no? Ayun pala, $6,500 to $26,000 pala, no? Have to have a jawline surgery, no? Yung mga people who wanted to have the slim face, no? Mahal pala yan. And then pag fillers, $1,000 to $1,600 per session, eh? Kung maraming sessions yun, alam mo na, mahal. So, mahal pala, So, meron palang magpapa-surgery pala ng mga jawline para sa kanilang Uy, sino to? Ayan, yung nandito na yan, yata. From Cyprus to Bristol yata.
Cyprus.
Bristol, no?
Tama.
From Cyprus to Bristol. Parang bumalik na sila rito.
Yun. Si Mario Andre Enache. Good evening po sa lahat, especially our lovely attorney Lira, Kuya Sonny, and Derek Pao.
Derek hindi Derek
Hindi pangalan niya, no?
Akala niya baka si Derek. Hindi. Ang pangalan niya, Derek ang pangalan niya. Derek Paul. Derek Pao. Hindi Paul yan, si Pao. Paula kasi Paula. Si Pao. Ang nickname talaga niya, Pao. Kaya lang, yung mga mas close sa kanya, yung kanyang mga sisters, yung mom niya. Pero syempre, everybody, Pao, no? Paula. Yan, si Pao. Kaya, Paula. So, ako yung magkakaaso na ako, hopefully, pero ayaw pang bigay sa akin yung aso. Next week pa yata daw. Ayaw pang bigay sa akin. So, kailan ba dapat, di ba, 8 weeks na ang aso, di ba? 8 to 10 weeks dapat, pwede mo nang kunin. Ayaw bigay sa akin. Dahil ba siya ito parang fragile. I don't know, may fragile parang. Diba dapat gusto ko lang turuan eh. Parang sit. Ano ba mga tuturo ko lang? Ano ba tinuturo mo kay Watson?
Good luck with that. No.
Right.
He bared. Itong asong to, he has his own mind. He doesn't do tricks. No. It's I mean he can sit. The only thing he can sit. No, but
yung potty training niya, how is his potty training?
That wasn't so bad. Yung nga din, he had a few accidents tong bata pa nga siya, no? But now hindi nga problema. It's they also he's regular now, put it that way, no? So sa umaga, sa gabi, but
cute naman, no? Siya ba yan? Cute naman. Cute naman,
Yeah, that was in the summer nga, no? He's they are someone described dogs to me one time that as the best inconvenience, no? And they are.
Oh, really? Okay. I was reading up, no? Siyempre, parang it's like having a baby, no? You're reading up, di ba? Usually, magkakaanak ka or anything in your life, no? You start reading up and learning up. Kunyari, you think about health now, no? After having a heart attack, then you start buying the books and reading up on health and eating the right food, no? After heart attack, mga ganyan, di ba? So yung pag-aalaga ng aso, nagbabasa ako ngayon, sabi parang mas mahirap parang sa pag-aalaga sa anak eh. Parang gano'n eh, parang mas mabusisi pa yung, lalo na yung, I don't know, hindi ko alam ha. So, wow, sarap naman. May playmate ba siya? May playmate ba siya? No? May neighbor playmate ba?
No. I can only put up one is enough in this case. No, talaga he's a handful. Si Watson.
Hindi mo ba pinapasyal? Hindi ba siya, let's say, meron mga friends na, let's go to the park. And then pag park mo, meron siyang friend na buddy or nililigawan or meron ba? Meron?
Yeah, no, that's true. Meron siyang mga kaibigan, no? And small dogs. Are you eating a small dog, Sonny? So yung aso mo, maliit ba?
It's a Pomeranian. Breed? Pomeranian.
Oh, cute.
Pomeranian.
Cute.
Yung mga mabuhok na maliit. Ganun. Na-imagine ko nga paano, when in-imagine ko life na may aso. Kasi nung araw, when I first arrived in this country, parang sabi ko, grabe naman yung mga tao rito, nag-gaano ng mga aso. Parang di ba kasi sa Pilipinas, pinatutulog lang sa may kulungan sa labas, pinapakain lang kung ano yung mga tira o ano-ano, di ba? Pero dito sa UK, pagpunta mo sa may isang lane o dalawang lane, puro pagkain ng dogs and cats, no? Parang spoiled. I was thinking, ang daming pagkahihirap ng mga bata sa Pilipinas, sa mga squatter area, na imbis na parang I was just thinking na parang but iba rin siguro it's gonna be kaya ngayon sa parang hopefully sana matuloy yung pagiging dog owner ko, pero natatakot ako parang medyo with trepidation paano mag-alaga ng aso, paano pagka gustong dumamin yan, lalabas ko ba yan, gigising ako, alam mo yan, tatahulin ba ako niyan, parang kinakamot-kamot ko, lalabas na kami, labas na tayo para mag ako, party or something, hindi ko alam it's something plus yung dog insurance, di ba? Bibilang mo pa ng insurance yan, di ba?
Yeah.
May insurance ba si Watson?
Yeah, no, and I'm so glad. So, pag kami, get it, no? You must get a dog insurance, Sonny, dahil ang mahal-mahal ng mga vets. And siya, Watson, anything that can go wrong with him goes wrong. So, he now has some, he's always had some arthritis issues, no? Kahit nung bata pa nga siya, and it's just getting worse. He actually had, and I didn't know that you do this with dogs. He had a keyhole surgery on his knee, no?
Keyhole surgery?
Keyhole surgery on his knee.
Bakit?
Yeah, he's always had issues with his legs nga, and but he's much better now. No, he's hindi pa rin nga siya mabilis. No, he's a bit he's not a very active dog. No, he's a bit like me. No, tamad ako, tamad din siya. So he's not like you. So yung aso mo would probably be out in the morning. No, very energetic. So like a bit like you. No, bicicleta and running and all of that. So maybe maybe your dog become like you. No. So in your case, you will have an active dog. So sa akin, I think ang aso ko, much like me, tamad.
No, hindi naman siguro, attorney. It's just siguro parang very, siguro, parang relax, kalmado lang si Watson, no? Nagsiswimming nagtutubig Baka, bigyan mo na lang siguro, instead, baka yung rehab niya or anything na, I don't know, kung yung swimming or more water doon, baka, pamukha niya, no? Kung lalagyan mo ng does he, water lang, no? He just plays.
Yeah. Tubig nga lang. But he also doesn't really swim, si Watson, unfortunately.
Ganun ba?
So, yeah.
Kita mo yan.
As you see him now, no? Most of his pictures, the Paula very kindly shows either tulog siya o natutulog siya o kagigising nga lang. That's because that's Watson, no? Tamad. Itong aso to, I think would probably win the laziest dog, no, contest.
Hindi pa. Yan, tulog. Tulog. Pero yan, titingin lang sa'yo, no? Parang with blank stare, ganyan lang ba? Parang titingin lang sa'yo, ganyan? Nag-ano. Pero he wags his tail. Kunyari, when he sees you ba, parang, ano ba ang mga dog? Ano ba ang mga traits niyan? Pero yan, you don't ever allow them to sleep sa bed, no? Hindi matutulog sa bed mo yan. May sariling cat yan.
No.
I was looking on cats, no? Yung mga cats, may yung parang mga doggy, from 17 pounds to mga 50, 60 pounds, no? Sabi ko, hindi ba pwedeng lagyan na ng karton, tapos lagyan ko lang ng parang blanket yun, hindi na siya matulog. Diba? Parang sa'yo ba binilan mo ba siya, no? Si Watson ng parang cat, may mga binibili sa Amazon, Sa malaki kasi. Sa bagay, anyway, he can sleep. Meron. Yeah,
meron siyang kama mismo. Dahil ang laki-laki nga niya, no? So you can't just put him in a basket, no? Dahil napakalaki nga niya. I mean, he's 45 kilos. So he's
45 kilos?
He's just
45 kilos? Wow.
He's too big. And also, kung kasama mo yan sa kama, then there's no room for you. No?
Dagdagan mo lang 20 kilos siya, kaya ka-weight ko na yan, attorney. 64 ako, bumaba ako ng 64. Wow! Grabe naman.
Yeah.
Grabe naman bigat. Pwede ka palang laban niya sa yung mga banggaan, mga ng aso, no? Yung mga ano ba tawag doon, yung rugby, no? Dahil bungguan. Yung aking maliit na Pomeranian, wala yun, no? Maliit lang yun, no? Pero the reason why I also, I really would like to have a small dog. Kung mag-aalaga akong dog at the moment, because para sa akin, baka yung pagkain niya. So, kung smaller dog, I was thinking, smaller din ang pagkain niya. So, yan, no? Yun ang iisip ko lang.
Yeah.
Tapos, pero kung if I were living, say, in the countryside, pwedeng siguro malaki-laking aso. Pero nandito ako sa city, sa tapos, hindi masyadong kasing luwag ng no? So, maliit lang. But I'm looking forward. Siguro one of these days, pakita ko rin siya rito sa show. No? Hawak-hawak ko ganyan kinakadol ko. The dog without a name pa. Wala pang pangalan. Iniisip ko kung anong pangalan.
Oh!
So,
okay.
Ma'am Cora, pagka nag-post ako doon sa pangalan, maglagay ka ng pangalan. Ayan. How cute naman si Watson. Tuloy mo na si Papi, Sir Sonny. Then, tutuloy talaga. Tutuloy talaga si Papi, and I'm looking forward to having a puppy. No? Ayaw pang bigay sa akin Sabi niya, actually, it's the girlfriend of my son na may dog siya, nanganak ng 3, puro bae, 3 puppies, na nanganak noong September 17. And isa doon sa akin, hindi pa binibigay. Gusto ko sanang makuha na this weekend, pero wag pa raw dahil tinitrain pa raw nila for, I don't know kung ano, trip up. I don't know kung ano. Hindi ko alam kung anong pangalan. Yun ang parang problema ko. One of my added stresses in life now is, ano kaya pangalan ng aso? Diba? So, okay. Well, naku na. Attorney. Kita mo naman.
Yeah. Cute nga.
Oh, wow.
That Watson is.
Si Watson. Cute naman si Watson, no? Pero naalala ko si Watson, nakapangalan yung Dr. Watson, yung kay ano ba yung pangalan, Detective Sherlock Holmes yata, di ba? Watson yun. Tama ba? Watson,
yeah,
no?
Yun. Tama.
Ayan. Tsaka Watson, may sikat sa Pilipinas. Kita ba ilong niya? Laki, Cool. Ako, when I was a young boy, attorney, mahilig ako yung yung aso ko, dikit-dikit yung ilong, pati pusa.
Yes.
Yung pusa. Yung mga ilong nila. Dinidikit-dikit ko. I don't know kung totoo to, na pagbasa daw ang ilong, healthy. I don't know kung totoo yun, pero mo yung mga aso ko noon, nagbasa yung ilong, nagagano na kami ng ilong na gano'n, no? Puro basa yun.
So cute.
Sweet naman. Ang sweet naman ng mga hayop, mga aso ganyan, mga pusa, no? Ay, pusa, medyo iba ang pusa, Sabagay, okay din ang pusa, no? Maganda rin. So, yeah.
Independent sila.
And hopefully within 2 weeks time, kung ayaw pang bigay sa akin next week, baka 2 weeks time. Kasi kailangan daw second vaccination. I don't know with you, when you got the Watson, isang vaccination na o kailangan ng 2 vaccinations?
Yeah, so I think he only had the 1 vaccination at the time, so we couldn't take him out. So for about a week, tapos they got the second vaccination, and then it was fine. But no, the worst or the most inconvenient the most work is in the beginning. But they get a bit cuter later on, Sonny. So wag ka ganong mag-alala. If it's too much work in the beginning, it gets better actually. It does get better.
Kung kasama ko si Direk Pao, di sana siya yung parang silang dalawa ni Papi to be named. The Papi without a name. Ano kaya pangalan? No? Direk, ano kaya pangalan ng ating tuta? No? Ano kaya pangalan niya? Makakatrabaho ni attorney ni Direk yan. Okay, well, I guess it's time for us to say goodbye. Tama ba? Okay na tayo, Direk? Okay na? Okay na. Sige. Naku na si Watson kasi napaka-cute kaya naman napahaba tayo kay Watson Kasalanan mo, Direk pinaglalabas mo ang photos ni Watson Pagka-cute niya, no? Pero mo nagagano sa tubig, no? Okay, well, attorney, if baka may mga announcements ka or shoutouts or tell them how to probably get in touch with you if they want to get in touch with you, no? Go right ahead, please.
Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed no, yung topic po natin. And kung meron kayong mga questions for next week, email us, no? Ito pong email ko, kabatbat@douglas2s, no, -simon.com. Now, kung meron kayong tanong and you want me to make contact with you, email me there. Yung nga lang, lagay nyo please in the subject nga, no, immigration corner, so I can go back to it later on. Huwag nyo din kalimutan, lagay yung telephone number nyo doon, no? Sometimes it's just easier for me to call you. Otherwise, please feel free to email me. Lagay nyo nga doon if you're happy for me to discuss nga yung kaso nyo sa, for our next immigration broadcast, immigration corner natin next week. Email Paula. So it's, but hopefully you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. I always do, no? I so look forward now to Thursday. So, and next Thursday, I think that's our first Thursday in December. So I look forward to edging towards Christmas. No, next week it's ano ba next week? Ang pechang December, Sonny. It would be ano tayo? 24.
Baka first yan, second. First or second yata.
Second. Yeah.
Ano bang direct ano ba yan? Parang nga tama nga no. Oo nga. But check natin pag ano. But yeah, you're right. Ang problema nito ngayon, pagka nag-email siya, baka sakaling, dear Attorney Lira, how is Watson? Yun ang unang line. My question is, ganyan. So si Watson, no, kumusta nila si Watson? Kaya, well, hope si Watson is okay. Talagang nakakatuwa. It gives a smile to everybody. Napapangiti, pati nga si Direk, napapangiti, pati si Ma'am Cora, tuloy, sige, go ahead with the puppy, di ba? So, why not, di ba? Meron isang another creature dyan, patawol-tawol. Hindi ko alam kung anong tahol. Malakas ba tumahol si Watson? Malakas sa tahol ni Watson?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Malakas, malaking
Hindi gaano, very rarely, no? But pagka when he does, ay nako, he has his volume, and he never ceases to terrify me when he barks nga. But
okay.
So for example nga ngayon, nasa harap ko siya, tulog uli.
Sa harap mo? Tulog uli. Oh. Siguro nag-enjoy siya sa boses mo siguro. Parang sabi niya, total may show to. Nag-enjoy. Siguro every Thursday nagtataka siguro, bakit tong boss ko, bakit andito sa nakaupo niyan at may kausap. I don't know kung umikot na si Watson tapos sumilip doon sa monitor mo. Uy, may kausap pala. Ganun. So yeah, well, I'm looking forward to watching. Looking forward also to bringing my dog, having my dog on the show.
Yeah, me too.
So ayan. Yes, yeah. Well, okay. Well, I guess it's time for us to say goodbye, no? Maraming salamat, no? So magpapaalam na ho kami, no? So I guess it's time for us to say goodbye, no? Sana naligayahan kayo, naligayahan in the sense that you learned a lot of things that you can pass on to some friends. It might concern you, or it might concern yung mga kaibigan nyo. So thank you very much for joining us tonight. So sa ngalan ni Attorney Lira Simon Cabatbat, yung ating pinakamamahal na direktor, si Direk Pao, ito po si Sonny Laragan nagsasabing thank you very much sa inyong walang sawang pagsubaybay sa atin, dito sa ating palatuntunang Immigration Corner on a Happy Thursday. So let's do another Happy Thursday next week, no? So till then, take care, God bless, good night, and have a nice weekend. Good night.